I received some new molds in the mail and I am so excited to try them. These are from Winston and Walter Artisanal Products. I met her at a soap conference last year and bought a couple of slab molds from her, which I really love. They are an awesome product, awesome owner, and when I saw that she created these, I had to have them. And then look at this really cool hat. Always good to keep my hair pulled back as I'm making soap. But this was for a very specific soap that I had in mind, and a soap that I have not made in probably 3 years. I saw these, that she had them available. I loved the round mold and I loved how deep they are. So she has, I believe I saw on her website, they could hold 6 ounces of soap. So I'm not going to fill them to the top. I want it to be about a 5-ounce soap, but a very specific soap. I am so excited. So let me lay these out. I am going to get them sanitized and then we are going to make some soap. And it is a salt bar, which I am just so excited to have individual little molds for. So let's get these cleaned up and let's make some soap. Now, the reason I have not made this salt bar in such a long time is you have to babysit it. So I'm just adding my lye water into mostly coconut oil. I do have some olive oil and some castor oil. The super fat is really high on this, so it's not drying on your skin at all. I am adding a beautiful essential oil blend of rosemary, eucalyptus, ginger, and peppermint. I add a little bit of pink clay, French pink clay, to this as well. It reminds me of almost the pink sands. I just love this scent. I feel like I'm kind of on the sea or next to the sea as I am using this bar of soap. The reason I have not made this in such a long time is salt is tricky. And when I pour it in a mold, you have to be prepared to cut it in 2 to 4 hours. So I prefer a molded soap individual so I don't have to babysit it. I can pour it and go and leave it in the mold as long as possible. But the molds that I had were too small of a bar of soap. And I just didn't want to have that small of a bar of soap. So here I can make 5-ounce bars of soap in a perfectly round mold. They're just awesome. And the fact that this is 25 bars in one mold, I cannot even express how excited I am, and even excited to try this soap again. I really have loved this soap my own self. So just tapping it all down and getting the last bits out, making sure that each one is uniform. And I'm just going to let the soap sit in this mold for several days or however long I want before I unmold it and start to cure. Super, super excited about this one. I put a lot of pink Himalayan salt in these bars. It's a beautiful, hard bar of soap. And the coconut oil, it is just incredible, incredible lather. Luxury really can have salted bubbles.